truth about the Disney Wonder Australia by Aussie non-Disney adults Miranda and Stella, the finale. Encanto. It's a lovely film and fun to watch outdoors, especially while eating pizza and soft serve ice cream.
I've come a long way.
Amazing, amazing, well done, yes.
Amazing, if you haven't seen me around the ship yet, my name is Crystal, part of your entertainment team, and today we're here with a Learn to Draw to learn how to draw. Amazing, well I will not be teaching you how to draw a baby Groot, because if I did, it would not look like baby Groot. We're going to hand on over to one of our Disney animators called Alon Smart, okay? So we're going to make sure that every person that wants to participate has a piece of paper and a pencil as well. We do have a reference guide here if you want to take one of those as well. But everything will be on the screen for you. We're going to go step by step. Now, who is ready for step number 1?
If you do pen drawing, that are really light at first, on both sides.
He's drowned at the seams, have left me fine in my own skin. I've come a long way to begin.
Perfect, I see you over there. Good job. All right, friends, like Lon said, do sign your name. You know, you want to remember this unless you think it's really bad, in which case you can sign your worst enemy. I don't mind. Just kidding. Sign your name. It's really good. Nice little memory. But thank you so much for sticking around learning to draw a group with me.
My daughter and I found the drawing activities fun and easy to follow.
Well, Walt Disney Theater. But before we get into the show, want to talk Frozen, a musical spectacular!
The Frozen Musical Spectacular is one of the best shows my daughter and I have ever seen. This is the necklace I want, so please subscribe so I can come back and get it.
Where every axe was poised to grind. To find my peace, I only held up what was already mine. My name, my shame.
I love the themed decor in Triton's restaurant. Triton's restaurant is bougie, fancy, and delicious.
And then before you know it, you look back and you come a long way. My shame, my home, everything I own. My name, my shame, my home, everything I own. If it's got my name, it's got your name on it. Everything I own has got your name on it. When I was trying to cross the river, you were in the river, getting me across now. Everything.
The Marvel show is about to happen on Deck 9. The crew are trying to clear the deck of water, which is very impressive, but this show did not go ahead due to the heavy rain. We packed a lot of activities into our 3 days, 2 nights, which made the cruise feel a lot longer. On the last morning, I was pre-thinking ahead what Starla and I had to do in order to debark the ship and catch our Uber. Starla and I were prepared to leave and hoping that debarking the ship and getting the Uber would be a flawless process. Stella and I were tired, so eager to get home and rest, but at the same time, it was sad to be spending our final moments on the ship and soon be leaving after breakfast, as Stella and I were having so much fun on the Disney Wonder.
And go out. Oh, where did it all go wrong? Didn't we have it all? Now it's all gone. Oh, it was the perfect dream. Nothing we couldn't be, but it's all over now. Look at us now, what a waste, what a crime. How could we fall so far?
The pros and cons, my final thoughts about the Disney Wonder. Starla and I thoroughly enjoyed the Disney Wonder cruise. It is expensive. To put the price into perspective, I found a highly discounted Holland America cruise, which is 15 nights for just under the same price as the 3-day, 2-night Disney Wonder Australia cruise that had no port stops and no destination. The Holland America cruise goes from Japan to Alaska and ending in Vancouver. But the Holland America is a different class of cruise. The fact that the Disney Wonder is expensive, however, is also a positive as well. It is a pro as well as a con. I feel like the Disney Wonder attracts the right crowd, wholesome, cute, Disney-loving people and families who just want to have fun. And the Disney Wonder feels like a luxury cruise.
For all of the great drawings, these are just what I need to whip up a little animation magic. I'll be back later, but right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
We did not come across any obvious, loud social menaces, drunks, or criminals. It feels safe on the Disney Wonder. It feels like everything goes smoothly and you can trust that the boat will not break down and that you will have a great time on the Disney Wonder. The food looks and tastes delicious. Enjoyed my breakfast tortilla. It was quick and easy. I love a breakfast tortilla. I've experienced another cruise on the P&O which did break down and which did have drunks and at a time did not feel safe. So that's the only thing I can compare the Disney Wonder to, as that's the only other cruise that I have been on myself. And how can you be angry or menacing on a Disney cruise? Everyone was happy. I did encounter one rude lady guest, but that was pretty good considering. And she was just angry at me because I got served before her because she wasn't near the counter, which was very silly on her part. You can trust that you will have a great time on the Disney Wonder, eat delicious food, and have fun activities to do while everything is taken care of by the Disney Wonder crew. The only thing I didn't like that I can fault Disney Wonder on is the American tipping culture. I feel like they should just partake in the Australian way of paying their workers a high wage, as we do in Australia, so that they don't have to rely on tips and that the cost of tips is not passed on to the customers' guests who have already paid a high amount for their cruise already. I feel like making the guests' customers tip the workers is unfair on top of the cruise payment. I feel like they should just use that money to pay their workers higher wages so that their customers' guests do not have to tip. The service would not be reliant on how much they're tipped. They should just provide a high service already, and if not, they just get fired. That's how it is in Australia. It feels very uncomfortable to tip as an Australian. That's why I opted for prepaying tips online. You have to prepay tips before you make the full final payment for the cruise. I already paid for the cruise in full. I had to ring up Disney and then prepay my tips over the phone before the cruise. So that was a good alternative to feeling uncomfortable paying tips on the boat, because it feels very unnatural to tip in person as an Australian. So I would prefer to just prepay them so I didn't have to think about it, and I know that they're paid and I don't have to work out how much I have to tip each time. So that's the only fault. Other than that, the Disney Wonder Cruise Brisbane to Brisbane, 3 days, 2 nights, was absolutely flawless. I can't fault anything else except for the tipping culture and the fact that it's pricey, but it is worth it to experience it, especially for the first time for the Disney Wonder to be visiting Australia, which is a big deal. And we are glad we did. We had a great time. Special mention pros, which I loved especially. The layout of the ship. Everything we wanted was easy to find and get to. Everything we wanted is included, including room service, but excluding some specialty drinks and a fine dining restaurant called Palo, which Starla and I did not miss, as Starla is underage and Palo is a 18+ restaurant, but we were very happy with the restaurants that we did go to. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to see more adventures. It is a thrill to see Starla and my own artwork up on the screen. Disney made sure that guests had an enjoyable experience right up until the last moments of debarking the ship, which was right after breakfast.
See ya real soon.
Just burn like a flame and go out. Oh, where did it all go wrong? Didn't we have it?
It was really cool. It was really cool. Starla and I are now certified Disney animators.
It was the perfect dream. Nothing we couldn't be. But it's all over now.
The Disney Wonder is now debarked at the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal after a 3-day, 2-night cruise from Brisbane to Brisbane that was packed with a lot of activities which made it feel longer. Debarking the Disney Wonder went smoothly. Now Starla and I are waiting for our Uber, which also went smoothly. Starla and I were satisfied with our Disney Wonder cruise, and we will be back. Please subscribe so that we can go on many more adventures and you can watch our next adventure.
It's got your name on it all. It's got your name on it.
If you like my soundtrack, you can license your own mainstream music by clicking on the link in the description below. Thank you for watching and subscribe to not miss the next adventure.